All right, everybody. Thanks for waiting. Thanks for coming to our February Student of the Month. I'm Mr. Conti. I spoke with many of you on the phone, right? So I appreciate you coming in today on a Thursday morning. So just real quick, I didn't go into too many details on the phone about how we get here today with the students for the Student of the Month, but I'll give you kind of a brief overview. We're also going to recognize Mr. McGrady as our faculty member of the month and our student athletes of the month, too, with Mr. Claus afterwards. So just real quick, every month, Ms. Hain, our librarian, who kind of runs the show here, puts out an email to our staff, right? And we ask for nominations for Students of the Month. We usually get like 10s for each grade, right? So just kind of a credit to the students we see in front of us today. And from there, it then goes to a committee, and then the committee votes on who is the winner for that month, all right? So it really speaks volumes to your kids here today and the support you give them. We really do appreciate what you do for us. This really embodies what we're looking for here at Interboro High School. So I'm going to quickly just kind of go over the students of the month for each grade, right? And also then Riley will come up with Mr. McGrady and talk about him. He'll do the opposite instead of the teacher talking about the student. And then Mr. Claus will come over and do our student athletes of the month. So Siani Newsom is our freshman winner, right? Ms. Hammond will come up here in a minute. Lasha Coffey is our sophomore recipient. Madison Carl for our junior class. And Emily Serpico for our seniors. TJ Jordan Gordon is our recipient for male athlete of the month. And Madison Deal is our female athlete of the month. All right. So before we get into the students, we're going to have Riley, if you could come up, please, and he will talk about our faculty member of the month, who is our chemistry teacher, Mr. McGrady. Yep.
I nominated McGrady because he has motivated me as a coach and as a teacher. He has helped me get faster and helped me get more serious about school. He helped me realize that school isn't just, school. It's mental. It helps you get through everything. He helped me realize that it's also like cross country and track. It's just mental. That's really it.
Thank you, Riley. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Riley. Appreciate it. Mr. McGrady, we back up to do the other side when we recognize TJ. So we will now start with our students. Ms. Hammonds, if you could come up and talk about Siani. Yep. Our freshman winner, Siani Newsom.
Okay, sounds good. She's so excited. So when I was asked to nominate a student for hold it up. Great. So when I was asked to nominate a student for Student of the Month, there was one student that came to mind immediately, and that was Siani. When you think about the qualities that an excellent student possesses, you think of hardworking, determined, driven, kind, respectful. Siani is all of these things, and these are all things that I cannot take credit for. Teachers cannot take credit for. You have to have these things. They are within you, and you absolutely do, and you deserve to be recognized for them. So when Siani's in class, any assignment we're working on, she wants it to be successful, she wants it to be her best, and she puts in the work to do it. And that's day in, day out. Whether we're having a sugar crash that day or not, she brings it, and she makes the class better because she's in it. So congratulations. Keep up the good work. You're just a freshman, so if you keep on this route, you will be successful all throughout high school and beyond. All right? Congrats!
Thanks, Ms. Hammonds. Congrats, Siani. Our 10th grader will be coming up with Ms. Damp. It is Lasha Coffey. Thanks, Ms. Damp. Here, Lasha.
So I have nominated Lasha for Student of the Month pretty much since she got here. She is phenomenal. She just transferred into the district, so I have prepared some words. Lasha is a new student to Interboro this year, and she has simply blown me away. She provides an energy to my first period that had previously been absolutely devoid of it. She cares deeply about her education, and the quality of her work reflects it. In her first months here, she has grown to be an academic leader in my class, but also warm and welcoming to other students. She brightens my morning every single day. She is respectful, intelligent, warm, and hardworking, basically everything we ask of our students. She values her education. That's something I think I can credit Mom for, so thank you for that. And in short, we really lucked out in getting Lasha to move into our district. So congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thanks, Ms. Dam. Congrats, Lasha. As stated earlier, Madison Coral is our junior winner, nominated by Ms. Salerno.
So I have a quote that fits Maddie, and I wanted to share it. The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. Willingness to learn is a choice. And Maddie has made that choice. When Maddie studies, she doesn't study just to remember. She studies to learn. So I see in her, you know, the focus, the conscientiousness. She's just a very good student. And my hope and my prayer for her is that this is the first of many awards. The only difference being I want the other awards to have money. So we're going to pray for that specifically.
Thanks, Ms. Salerno. And finally, our senior winner, Emily Serpico, nominated by Ms. Catino.
Okay, I first met Emily earlier this year when she became a critic for the Cappies program. So the Cappies is a theater awards program that encompasses about 39 different schools in the greater Philadelphia region, and I'm actually the program director of all of those 39 schools. So it was very important to me that Interboro had a really strong critics team because everyone knows I'm from Interboro. So when Emily joined, I didn't know who she was, and I was like, uh-oh, like, what do we got here? And I took a look at her first writing piece because she shared it with me over the weekend asking for feedback before she even submitted it. And I'm like, wow, that's really impressive. A lot of students don't take the time to do that. And I read her work, and I was very impressed. So when I saw that she was on my roster for journalism, I knew I was going to be getting a great budding journalist for the Treasure Chest, which is our online newspaper if you want to follow us. It's Interboro TC 411 on Twitter, and you can find our page from there. Getting to know her this semester, I was like, why have I not heard of Emily Serpico before? So I started asking some of her teachers, who is she? What's going on? Why don't I know who she is? And they said that she's been flying under the radar for 4 years. And so I made it my mission to nominate her for Student of the Month so that she could finally get the recognition that she deserves, because she's an all-star in her AP classes that she takes. She is excellent in all of her activities. She's a standout in class congress, in Key Club. She's a lead freshman mentor. And in talking about her future plans, she wants to study history to become a museum curator. And in my 11 years of teaching, I've never heard such a focused statement like that, such a cool career path, and I know that she's going to succeed in that path or anything else that she chooses to do. So I'm just so glad that she won. She really deserves it, so congratulations, Emily.
Thanks, Ms. Catino. Now Mr. Kloss is going to come over, and he will introduce our student athletes of the month for February.
Thank you, Mr. Conti. I'll introduce our female athlete of the month first. She was a member of, she's a multi-sport athlete, members of probably 8, if she could, she'd play 18 different sports. And the one thing that I'll say about Madison Deal is that she doesn't believe in the law of gravity. She has no problem diving, jumping, leaping, and at some points, and I mean no disrespect, but it's flailing all over the ground to get a loose ball, to do whatever she has to do to help her team win. Academically, she's terrific, and I'm going to call up her coach, Coach Slate, and Madison, so that they can talk a little bit more about her. So come on up.
To touch on what Mr. Kloss just said, Madison is easily the most tenacious player I've ever had the privilege of coaching. I can remember one game this season. We were up about 8 points, but there was still 3 minutes left to go. That could be anybody's game at that point. So in the huddle, I told the kids, "All gas, no brakes." To which she replied, "Which one's the brake?" Which just totally embodies exactly who Maddie is as a person. She's 100% a hard worker, and she gives all of her effort into everything that she does, including making her teammates laugh, which was very beneficial this season because it was a bit of a rough season for us. So congratulations, Maddie. You absolutely deserve this and everything else in the world.
Thank you, Coach Slate. Our male athlete of the month is TJ Jordan Gordon. TJ, if you want to come up with Coach McGrady. TJ is a great example of what sport can do for a kid. Over the years now, with underneath the mentorship of Coach McGrady, we've seen so much growth, not only athletically but academically, and I'll let Coach elaborate on that. TJ.
See, Mr. Kloss really wants that for himself. One of the few athletes that makes me feel short. I'd like to introduce TJ. He has done a fantastic job for us this year, both in the classroom, in practice, and in competition. He's always been a gifted athlete. This year he ranked in the top 20 in the state in the triple jump, which is quite an accomplishment considering 501 school districts times however many high schools times however many track teams there are. That's a lot of kids. So to be in the top 20 in anything in the state, I think just shows what an athlete he is. He's come a very long way in the classroom. He's become a student leader. He's become a leader at practice. He ends up almost being an assistant coach, showing kids how to do triple jump, how to do high jump, you know, telling them to stop slacking off during the sprints and everything. I'll hear him saying something, I'll turn around, and it's like I don't even have to do anything. He just takes care of it all. So I think in the spring I'm just going to get a lawn chair, sit at the finish line, let him do all the work because he does a fantastic job. But I can't stress enough how many strides and how much effort and what an accomplishment he's done in the classroom. Coming from where he started to where he is now, it's like night and day. So I think as far as a student athlete is concerned, he definitely deserves the award. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Grotti. So that wraps up our February Student of the Month. And if I could just say, you know, we have so many good kids here at Interboro and so many good things happening all the time. We had a roast last night for Mr. Costanza over there. Went phenomenal. But, you know, it's more than just the grades. It's more than just the track or the court. You know, to be here today, really, we're looking for the all-around student that embodies pride at Interboro High School. They're respected by their peers. They're respected by their teachers, by administration, by their coaches. Really speaks volumes. It's a credit to their teachers, to them, and also to their families. All right, they don't get here alone. So we thank you for being here today. Thank you for your support throughout their academic career, prior to high school and even now. And it goes by quick. I mean, we see some seniors here, you know, and the freshmen, and in a blink of an eye, you know, you're graduating. So. Yeah, I know. So thanks a lot for coming today. Thanks for all your support. All right, feel free to have any more refreshments if you like. And real quick, if the students could come up for individual pictures and a group shot with Chief Sadek, that'd be great. All right, thanks a lot, everybody.